Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with Ross Benjamin, SBR contributor, and today we're going to give you a quick pitching report for a couple of games. But first off, how you doing this morning, Ross?
I'm doing very well. How about yourself, Dax?
Doing good. Can't complain, my man. Let's look at some baseball games, see if we make some extra cash here. Now, the first pitchers that we're going to look at come from the Tigers and the Indians. Now, there's no doubt that this is a premier pitching matchup. As the Tigers, they're going to be calling up on David Price to the mound, and the Indians, they're going to give the nod to Corey Kluber. Now, for the time being, all I know is that Price pretty much sucked last Wednesday against the Yankees. While Kluber, well, he's been a key contributor to keep the score low. But can you elaborate a little bit more on these two hurlers, and what can we expect to see from them in this matchup?
Yeah, David Price comes off his worst start of the season last Wednesday against the Yankees. He allowed a whopping 8 earned runs and 12 hits in only 2 innings of work. And that's not the norm for this guy. He's had a terrific year, and I still think he's one of the better pitchers in the American League. If you look at his past numbers in the last 6 starts, even though he had that horrible outing, and even though he's gone just 2-4 against the money in the last 6, he's displayed decent form with a 1.13 whip and an almost 5-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. You mentioned Corey Kluber. Boy, if this guy got off to a better start to the season, we'd be talking about him right now as an AL Cy Young Award winner favorite. I mean, 7 of his last 8 starts have gone under the total, and in those 8 starts, he's posted a 1.48 ERA, just phenomenal pitching. He's gone 2-1 against the Tigers this season against the money with a solid 2.66 ERA and a 6-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio.
All right, so I kind of think that I kind of assume where you're going with this one, but I want to hear it from you. Who are you giving the edge to in this case?
Again, kudos to David Price. I still believe he's one of the better pitchers in baseball. However, I have to go with Corey Kluber in this one, Dax. He's gone 15-6 against the money in his last 21, and he's shown an extended period of dominant pitching. I have to take Corey Kluber over David Price in this one.
All right, good stuff. Now, the other pitchers are coming from the Mariners and the A's game. Now, this series has huge playoff implications for both teams. And while the Mariners are calling up on Chris Young, the A's starter will be Jason Hammel. Now, Young is coming off 9 days of rest and had a nice 6-0 record against the money in his last 6 starts, while Hammel has gone a bit of a disappointment overall. But what else can you tell us about these guys, Ross?
Yeah, you touched upon a very good point with Chris Young, 6-0 against the money over his last 6 with a 3.00 ERA. And even better, he was installed as an underdog in 4 of those 6 starts. So this guy's made quite a bit of money if you've been following him and wagering on him. Young has also seen all 3 of his starts versus Oakland this season go under the total while posting a very good 2.50 ERA in those outings. And as you also touched upon, Jason Hammel has been a disappointment since coming over from the Cubs before the trade deadline to Oakland. Since he's been with Oakland, he's posted just a 1-7 money line record with a lofty 5.77 ERA and 1.64 whip. However, he's pitched a little bit better in 3 of his last 4 starts, but his whole body of work since coming over to the American League hasn't been a good one.
All right, now my question here is, and mostly my biggest concern is, those 9 days that Young had, will that affect him later on in the stretch in this game?
I don't think so. I mean, if you consider the fragile mental state of the A's right now, they just got swept by the LA Angels in a 4-game series over this past weekend, and now find himself 5 games behind the Angels for first place in the AL West. And the road success the Mariners have had this season, I'm going to take the more consistent of the 2 pitchers in this one. Chris Young, I'm not going to be concerned with his 9 days of rest over Jason Hammel in this pitching matchup.
All right, good stuff, my man. Thank you very much once again for your valuable insights, and can't wait to talk to you again tomorrow.
I always look forward to it, Dax. Have a great day.
You too, and everyone as well. And for SportsbookReview.com, this is Dax Floyd.